Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever this video finds you. I hope you're having a rad time. I am the Figure Dude, and on today's episode of Work in Progress Wednesday, we've got all swaps today. We've got some swapping, we've got some torso cracking. For the most part, there could potentially be some paint involved, but it should be a relatively easy day. I guess it just depends on how the hot water works with me. Without further ado, let's talk about some figures, dude. Okay, like I said, it's gonna be a relatively light day. It's not gonna have to get too in depth with what I'm doing. I'm not doing decals today. I'm probably not painting today. For the most part, I'm just going to have to boil some water, swap some parts. There is one thing that might get a little tricky, but really I'm not too concerned about it. I think it's gonna go pretty well. A few weeks ago, I guess at this point, I don't even remember when it was. One of the unboxings, I got my Road Warrior Hawk, and he needs boots. So, I have this custom Booker T, and so this is annoying. I have a Barbarian, and the Barbarian that I got, one of the Walmart exclusives, came with 2 left boots. So, I can't even put those boots on Hawk because they're both left. So I have this Booker T who has Barbarian boots, and I made this a while ago. It wasn't something that I loved as far as the boots went. So I'm going to actually go back and give him Billy Gunn boots. So here I've got this custom Booker T from the Invasion, which I got to talk about him a little bit, review him a little bit. So his boots will be coming off, and they will be going on to Hawk, so that I have my full set of NWA Road Warriors. And then these are the boots that are going to go on Booker T. Come on. And then, so that Booker T has the correct calves, I'm also going to put on these Rocky Johnson legs. It'll be a real easy swap. Man, my camera is not focusing. Next, so I went back and forth. I wasn't sure, and honestly, I'm still not positive, but I don't think I like this Eddie Guerrero head. It just, like I said in my unboxing when I got him, it just looks like he got caught pooping. And like, why would I want to have a figure on my shelf, let alone of Eddie Guerrero, one of the greats, that looks like he's taking a dump? So I've got this Jax figure, and I feel like it kind of represents that same period, and I think the expression looks way better. So I'm going to pop this off. I'm going to Dremel it a little bit so that it's swappable, and then I'll just see how it looks. And then the skin tone's a little off, which I might go back and paint, but I'll just have to see. I'll see how it looks when we're all done. And then this is the one that might take a little bit. So I have been working on, I had worked a while ago. I had this going a long time ago on this Koko Ware custom. And the blue that I use is Apple Barrel, which not all Apple Barrel is great. Look at, you can see the chipping. So I got like all of this done. I even painted this parrot. I painted on that whole damn parrot, and then sealed it, and this blue just started chipping like crazy. It just looks awful, and instead of trying to keep making the blue work, what I'm going to do is just get rid of these legs entirely. So the torso, arms, and head, those will still be used. But then I have this extra, I have a bunch of extras. Between fodder lots I've gotten and Target clearance, I have some extra junkyard dogs. So I will be taking the legs from this. So I'm going to crack this torso. This head I'm actually going to put on the junkyard dog that I have, because I think this head looks pretty good. True Effects, and I think it's a new scan. It's not the one that was on his old figure. So I'm going to take these red legs and this white crotch piece and put those together for my Koko Beware. So there will be no painting involved. All I'm going to have to do is swap things, and it'll look clean. I will need to get, I'll either need to paint the stupid parrots again, or I'll have to get some decals for the parrots. But yeah, that's all I've got going on today. So I'm going to go do that. I'm going to go swap everything around. And like always, I'm not going to have you guys watch me boil water. I put water in a bowl for 4 minutes. I throw everything in, and that gets it hot enough to pop real quick. And then I'm on my way. So I'm going to go do that. I'll be right back. All right, we are back. And I actually, while I was working on these, some mail came. And I decided to do a quick torso crack and throw a figure in here that was not in our before chunk. So, I'll save that for last. I had to make a boot swap I was not planning on. While I was looking back at pictures, I did not realize that Koko Beware is only 5'9". So, I took out the tall white boots, gave him some of the short white boots, and I love how it looked. The crotch piece, everything cracked pretty well. The red crotch piece basically fell apart. As soon as I got my box cutter in the side, it just like popped open. The white one was a little more difficult. It's not perfect. See, there's a little gap here. But that's not the end of the world. What I typically do with tights and whatnot, if that happens, is I just put some sculpting clay in there, sand it down, go over it, paint it, blend right in. And you don't know the difference. But besides that, turned out really well. I have to get rid of the JYD stuff on the side and on the back, and I'll just use acetone for that. The legs I'll use acetone. I use Goof Off and just some Q-tips. The crotch pieces and torsos are like a harder plastic, and when you use the acetone with that, it kind of leaves a white residue. So what I do is use nail polish, which typically doesn't leave anything. I just put a coat on, wipe it off with a paper towel, and after a few tries, that typically gets everything off. Then next we had this Booker T. And actually, I forgot. I gotta go find that hawk. Got to bring Hawk on over. So Booker T got some new legs. He got the Rocky Johnson legs and these boots from the new Billy Gunn. Which actually, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I don't mind that at all. I think it looks pretty good. And then these, I took some, the lower calves are from a Harlem Heat figure. And then the boots are just from, well, Booker T from my custom there, but they're from the Barbarian originally. So those both ended up coming out well. And then I head swapped my Eddie Guerrero, and I like how it looks. And the color is not perfect, but it doesn't look bad in person. I don't know, camera might pick it up a little more. The head looks a little big. There's no neck, so I'm gonna get one of the tall neck pegs to pop in there to help that out a little bit. And really, let's see if I can just do it here. So just looking real close, you can tell like it makes the head look pretty big with no neck. If I just like slide it up a little bit, I think it makes it look significantly better. 1 second. So slide it up a little bit. I think it looks much better just giving it even a little bit of a neck. So I'm happy with how that came out. And then the surprise, oh, here we go. So this one will require some acetone and some decals as well. But I will officially, so this guy will have to come back on the channel, get his decals done. But I have Los Guerreros, and I have Chavo and Eddie, and I love that. I've wanted these two in their tag team attires, and obviously they're in the same tights, but I've got Chavo's decals on the way, so he should be done relatively soon, and I can't wait to have him on my shelf, have these guys next to each other in proper Los Guerreros attires. But that was all today. Like I said, just some swaps. It was pretty easy. Didn't take me too long. And I'm really happy with how everything came out. One thing about just swapping is that it looks super clean because there's no paint or anything that you have to deal with. You don't really have to worry about mistakes. So like Booker T, I didn't have to paint those tights. They're already white. The Koko Beware, all those parts are just the stock colors. Didn't have to mess with anything. Same with Hawk. So everything here I'm really happy with. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, all that business. Figure Dude.